Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today we are going to talk about WWE Monday Night Raw live on Netflix, where we got to see CM Punk vs Seth Rollins in a steel cage match. Who made a surprise return? You'll find all this and much more on this edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. So WWE Monday Night Raw was taking place in New York City, New York at Madison Square Garden, so you knew that this episode of Raw had to have power, and they brought it, baby, as they had Jey Uso, the #1 contender, the winner of the Royal Rumble, facing Grayson Waller in the beginning of the matches. And he, of course, got the win, but let me tell you something about Jey Uso. It didn't make me look like this guy was going to be the next world champion. Grayson Waller was getting crazy offensive on him. He got a lot of 2 counts. Jey Uso looked winded in the ring, and then they showed the little score of the WWE 2K25. Jey got a 90. Grayson Waller was a 75. Well, let me tell you something. That 75 was beating that 90's ass real good. Jey, of course, won with a spear, and following the match, Austin Theory got in the ring. Then him and Waller started beating the shit out of him. And then Jey miraculously sensu beamed himself, knocked them 2 out, and it was Gunther who came to the rescue to lock in a nice sleeper hold and knock Jey Uso out. We got a clip after a commercial break. Jey was in the back, and Alpha Academy was like, that was Otis, of course. Then there was like a little clip, Dominic and Finn Balor in the back. Finn was a little pissed off, but Dominic's like, listen, Finn, I got you an Intercontinental title match against Braun Breaker next week, bro. You can't be mad at me. And he gave him a hug, but I saw a little shifty eye thing. So if you saw a shifty eye thing, write down in the comments if you saw a shifty eye thing, because I think I did. All right, let's see what else happened on that card that I can remember fresh off my head. Raquel Rodriguez had a match with Bayley. I believe this was a #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Women's Championship against Lyra Valkyrie. This match was pretty good. I gotta say, Raquel Rodriguez is doing a lot better in the ring. I don't know if it's because she teamed up with Liv, or after she came back from her injury, she just improved miraculously. But whatever the fact may be, Bayley and her put on an entertaining match. Bayley, of course, lost horribly. No, I'm just kidding. She got powerbombed after a nice distraction from Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. I gotta admit, those 3 do work very well together, so... All right, let's see what else happened. We had the New Day. I don't know why they keep calling them the new. I guess because they are in the New Day. The heel New Day. Versus Rey Mysterio Jr. and Red Dragon, I believe. Anyway, the match was pretty decent. New Day was getting a lot of offense on Rey Mysterio and Red Dragon. Rey Mysterio got like Kofi Kingston set up in the 619. Unfortunately, when he was about to do it, he was grabbed, baby, by who? Nobody knows. A masked luchador with the American flag tattooed all around it. Now, I was going to say maybe it's, the Patriot dude, but the Patriot dude, I think, had a different kind of mask. And this Lucha Libre had like a little dragon horns up like that, and he beat the shit out of Rey Mysterio and Red Dragon. I don't know if that's his name. Is it Red Dragon? Damn it. I know it's not going to be Red Dragon when I play back this shit. I'm going to be very upset about it. Anyway, to make a long story short, New Day picked up the victory after they did some kind of like, I guess it was like a stomp. Kofi got Ray down on his knee, and then Xavier Woods did a stomp. And it looked like a weird stomp, like he just stepped on him and stepped off. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, New Day pick up the victory, and there was more heat on them, and we have no idea who this luchador is. Then we had Cody Rhodes coming out for a segment. Now, Cody Rhodes did come out for a segment on SmackDown to talk about what happened at the Elimination Chamber with John Cena and all that other shit. He basically addressed The Rock. He basically addressed everyone. Me, you. Nobody wants to hear it anymore. But since it is at Madison Square Garden, of course, Cody needed to make an appearance. He came down to the ring and said some of the same spielish shit. And he announced that John Cena is going to be in Belgium or some shit like that in a week or 2 weeks. And he will also be there on Monday Night Raw. And just like every other part-timer, he'll be there, unlike John Cena, how he is not there tonight. So, I don't know. I'm more looking forward to Cody Rhodes beating the shit out of Travis Scott. There's a lot of heat on that dude, so I don't know. And then finally, wait, what else was there? Oh, yes. I forgot to mention there was a segment with Michael Cole brought in Bianca Belair and Io Sky to discuss their match because they were going to face each other at WrestleMania because Io Sky was victorious last week up against Rhea Ripley. And Bianca Belair got in the ring, and it seemed like Michael Cole was kind of stirring the pot a little bit, being like, listen, why were you out here? If you weren't out here and distracted Rhea Ripley, would Rhea Ripley have still been the champion as of last week? And now look at you now, you are facing Io Sky at WrestleMania. It just seems a little weird. Now, don't get me wrong. You can stir the pot as much as you want, but how many times is the opposing person out there? And I'm sure if I look in Rhea Ripley's past match, there have been times where Rhea Ripley has been out there and she didn't have to be there, right? So Bianca Belair could be out there. She didn't touch anybody. She was just watching. So she was cheering for one or the other. Are you that jealous? I don't know. So, jealous. Keyword, jealous. Remember that. And, yeah, I mean, Rhea Ripley came out, you know, her music played, and Rhea Ripley came down and was like, hey, I'm Rhea Ripley, and Bianca, you're a chump, and you shouldn't have been out here. You had no business. And Bianca's like, I'm the #1 contender, yo. And then, you know, they started throwing the shit out that, like, is this because of Jade and Naomi? And Bianca Belair's like, yo, come on. And then she pushed Io Sky out of the way. And Io Sky's like, yo, what the fuck? And then Rhea Ripley did it. Or it was opposite. Rhea Ripley did it first, then Io Sky. Then Io Sky knocked them both down and walked out of the ring like she was pissed off. Like, yo, I'm the champ. Don't disrespect me. This is my segment. And what the fuck? So I think it's going to be a triple threat match. And finally, the match we wanted to see. The whole 2 hours of waiting. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in a steel cage. Nobody's getting out of here except my anger. Because my anger has opened up. And I'm going to tell you why. I am pissed off that we had an AEW type match. And you can hate me all you want for saying that. How many finisher trade-offs are we going to have where people are kicking out? The no selling. Come on. We had a go to sleep combined with a stomp and no pinfall victory, a 2-count kick out. CM Punk, they even said it. Pat McAfee kept saying it over and over again. 3 GTSs, Seth Rollins kicked out. Seth Rollins hit 2 curb stomps. CM Punk is kicking out. Now look, I'm a huge CM Punk fan, and Seth Rollins, when he's serious, I like him a little bit too. And this match could have been great, but I hated all the false finishes. After a while, it just got really, really repetitive and boring. I don't know when the back said, oh, hey, look, let's have about 27 of these, and you guys hit X amount of finisher specials. You know what? This is like a WWE 2K video, or 2K25, whatever the hell they just put out. Maybe that's what they were trying to, like, get across. Like, this is how easy you can kick out a finisher. Like, you know, but it was like just finishers. Kick out. And then it came down to, like, CM Punk and Seth Rollins wanted to get the pin or submission because they didn't want to be a pussy and, like, leave the ring. And then it came down to Roman Reigns, who pulled out Seth Rollins, giving him the victory, and then attacking him after the match, beating the shit out of him, a curb stomp on the steel steps. CM Punk was in the ring with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman was trying to console him and pick him up. Roman Reigns, jealousy bound, went to the ring and beat the shit, speared CM Punk, and Paul Heyman was left aghast as we cut to the end of the show. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Monday Night Raw is definitely getting an up. That's right, it's getting an up. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time. We're going to more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.